Next up in our celebration of Black Business Month, a woman-owned apparel company is all about creating clothing that sparks conversation and encouraging self-expression.
Our Randall Newsom stopped by Mess in a Bottle to find out how it got the name, what motivated the founder to start it, and what's inspiring her to keep it going 8 years later.
Entrepreneurship is no easy feat. You have to believe in something that you cannot see.
If you get the chance to sit down and talk with Khalila Wright, you'll quickly realize almost every other sentence that comes out of her mouth is a quotable.
One of my favorite messages is failure is progress. Be brave enough to change the history they're trying to erase.
You ever hear someone say, "Ooh, you should put that on a t-shirt"? Well, catchy one-liners like that are exactly how Mess in a Bottle came to be.
We are an apparel brand. We put messages on t-shirts and they come packaged in a reusable bottle.
Every piece of clothing has a lasting imprint.
This jacket, it says, "Queen, don't be afraid to rule like a king." Our messages are to evoke change. It's to start conversations.
And no better time to create a space for a conversation than in Baltimore, April 2015. The city in an uproar, the country divided over Freddie Gray, the 25-year-old black man who died after being injured in police custody.
While I was trying to experiment and figure out, this Freddie Gray uprising and what that was making me feel inside, I was like, this is a mess.
And so her purpose, her mission in life became turning a mess into a message.
I wanted to create messages about love, life, career, current events, things that's happening.
Usually that means being on standby for moments like these.
Who's gonna tell him that the job he's currently seeking might just be one of those black jobs?
Right then, it's time to get the next message hot off the press and off to the masses. Now don't let that elegant boss walk fool you. It's not as easy as Khalila makes it look.
So one of my favorite messages is entrepreneur, a fancy word for a crazy person following their dream. When you start a business, there's some naiveness to it. And it's beautiful because that naiveness will get you really far out into the ocean and you don't even know how to swim. And you're like, la, 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 la. Now I'm like, okay, you are sinking and you need to learn how to swim.
So how is swimming these days?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my life.
Those are the sounds of a woman who used to have more than a dozen employees, and now she's wearing all the hats.
Marketing director, advertiser, TikToker, all of the shipper.
Luckily for Khalila, she already knows what it's like to be a one-woman band.
So transitioning to employees, like that was a transition, but then going back to now just one person, I know each and every role well in my business.
But if you can't already tell, for her, falling and not getting back up, it's just not an option.
I work for what I kill. I gotta go out there every day and kill something, and make it work to be able to feed my family.
Besides, in these 8 years, these messages have found a way to travel pretty far.
The fact that I am this small, Black-owned, woman-owned, immigrant-owned business in Baltimore, Maryland, and I have gotten my messages as far as Fiji, I'm proud.
A little easier to be proud when any given day, people you never met can become your biggest supporters.
Someone at a rock concert, wearing my t-shirts. I've seen people on stage, major stages, singing or performing or doing something. And I'm like, you chose my message?
And nothing like a few celebrity cosigns to remind you you're on the right track.
You know who really wore our stuff recently? Shannon Sharp. I've even seen comedian Leslie Jones. She wears Mess in a Bottle all the time.
A special message for the messenger. To keep pressing on, and while you're at it, make room for your fellow crazy dreamers out there.
I want to create a space, open the doors. I'm calling it shared, shared mess. This is a way for us to connect and for people to be able to use the things that I already have. Let's share, our resources with each other.
One day, Khalila hopes to turn 16 jobs back into one.
You want a business that is going to function on its own, run it on its own, and still make money on its own.
But until then,
if I could wake up tomorrow and I still have just even an ounce to still give, that is all that I need. I'm reminded every day that I could do it. Like, this is what I was made to do.
Randall Newsom, WMAR 2 News.